I'm James Spann. This is the Memorial Day edition of the Weather Xtreme video, Monday, the 31st day of May. Meteorological summer begins tomorrow, and everybody goes back to work. Let's take a look out the window this afternoon, some Skycam shots. Yeah, familiar sight there, raindrops on the lens at the Clanton Skycam in Chilton County, where they've had a passing rain shower within the hour. And by the way, I'm doing this update about 1:15 this afternoon. The Birmingham camera looking overcast, looking south-southeast from the top of the Daniel building. Nice field of cumulus there. Pretty much the same sky over Fayette. Check the water vapor satellite shot. You can see that the upper low that has been bothering us in recent days is weakening and lifting out as a short wave north of us. Here's a little better shot of the wave. This is the mesoanalysis page from SPC at 500 millibars. And still, even though the upper support is weakening, we've still got this moist air around, and we'll have chances for showers just about every day this week. The coverage should gradually diminish with time. Here's a look at numbers at 1 o'clock. 84 in Tuscaloosa. That's the warm spot. 82 for Birmingham. Readings around 80 in Anniston and Gadsden. Cooler down south because of rain. Alexander City, where rain is falling, in 75. There's the radar at 1:15. You can see that batch of showers affecting Alexander City and Lake Martin. So for the folks with a boating outing on Memorial Day on that lake, they're having to take a break. Elsewhere, the activity is relatively scattered over the northern part of the state. But again, we'll see more of these developing showers and storms in this environment for the rest of the afternoon and tonight. No organized severe weather at the moment. Few flash flood watches northeast of Alabama. There's our convective outlook for the rest of today and tonight. A slight risk of severe weather. That's the standard risk for parts of Georgia and the Carolinas on the east side of that shortwave. And the main issue over there would be from hail. And also a slight risk over the southern plains. Tomorrow, risk of severe weather up north includes places like Lincoln, Nebraska, Des Moines, Iowa, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota, and the western suburbs of Chicago. And on day 3, which is Wednesday, a risk over South Texas, and also a risk from near Oklahoma City all the way over to Pittsburgh. And that includes St. Louis and Indianapolis and Columbus, Ohio. Here's the QPF chart. Expected rain for the next 5 days, valid through Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. And as we often mention, these maps are not that useful in summer due to the uneven nature of rain. Some places might pick up 1 inch in 1 hour, others nothing, just 5 miles down the road. You know how that goes. But this is suggesting on an average basis, rainfall amount should be about 1 inch for the next 5 days. But I'll guarantee you, some people are going to see more, some people are going to see less. Let's look at modeling here, kind of get the big picture as we all get set to kind of get back on the regular track tomorrow. This is tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, valid at 500 millibars, first day of June. The core of the westerlies are north of us. The short wave that had been impacting the state is pretty much being absorbed by that mid-level flow and lifted away from us, so we have a weak westerly flow. And down below that, a very soupy air mass stays in place. So I think tomorrow will be just like today. Some sun during the morning, and as the day wears on, we'll see scattered showers and storms, maybe numerous at times in the afternoon. Wednesday, quite frankly, the same thing. You know, we had talked about maybe a decrease in the coverage of showers and storms Wednesday. Don't know. I think no doubt there'll be some out there Wednesday afternoon. And if you get under one, it'll pour on you. These are tropical downpours. Thursday, pretty much the same deal. And then Friday, the end of the week, you know, we have seen runs that tried to develop a nice trough over the east, helping to bring in cooler air for the weekend. Well, that idea is off the table now. There's a trough there, but it's very weak and north of us. And down below that, there is evidence that dry air tries to creep in here. The moisture is thinning out, but no cool air for sure. And then Saturday, starting off the weekend, you can see how the dry air is taking over. And really, that looks pretty dry. Only isolated showers and pretty warm. Now, the 588 thickness ring is off to the west over Texas. And then Sunday looks completely dry. And you know, it's going to be hard to find a totally dry day in June in Alabama. Typically, there's a shower somewhere in the afternoon, but that could be a relatively dry day. And the heat cranks up. We've seen the output statistics helping to bring in low, maybe mid-90s in spots in there. And Monday of next week, the really nasty heat is out in the southwest at 594 ring. That's awfully hot. That's a firecracker for Phoenix and Los Angeles and Albuquerque and El Paso and places like that. The westerlies, we're on the southern edge of the westerlies, but again, that looks relatively dry. Some type of weak boundaries you can see north of us. The thickness values really drop off north of Alabama, but maybe that will squeeze out a shower or two on Monday of next week. We'll check the end of the forecast, June 16th. At least we don't see the 594 ring. You know, when you get in June, July, and August, you look for that 594 circle. It's there, but it's out there in the Pacific, west of California. When it sets up over here, it gets hot. But there's a broad trough over the central part of the country, and it looks pretty uneventful. Temperatures probably around average, and just any showers there should be very isolated. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. We'll get back to the 2-a-day production schedule tomorrow as everybody gets back to work off this holiday weekend. We'll have the video at 7, and then later in the afternoon at 3:30. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful Memorial Day, and God bless.